This is ANN News Brief.
Good afternoon. I'm Lucy Adeyemi. 5 persons have been killed in a gas explosion in a South African unused coal mine owned by Gupta brothers. At least 20 persons are still trapped underground. State broadcaster SABC says rescue efforts were hampered by dangerous high levels of toxic gas underground. Police spokesman Naled Lati says several people had entered the mine on Wednesday afternoon to steal copper wires that supply electricity for lighting and ventilation when a gas pipe exploded. Copper is often stolen from disused mines in South Africa and sold for scrap. A Tanzania local tech company is using artificial intelligence to deliver learning content to students who have no access to either internet or textbooks. This award-winning educational technology was created by Given Edward, who developed an app called Ntabe that uses artificial intelligence and SMS technology to deliver educational content. The team on the Ntabe app consists of educators, software developers, and entrepreneurs.
Simply text that question the same way they would message a friend, and then Ntabe, the system, would answer them. And we have a team of teachers here who help answer those questions so students can get a personal tutor at home without having to struggle much.
Ntabe plans to be accessible to students across Tanzania. Only 1/3 of secondary school students in the country have access to e-learning platforms. So far, more than 1,500 students have been using Ntabe, and they are said to post notable progress.
The whole country, that is the whole regions, is urban areas, in the rural areas, if possible, this system is supposed to be introduced to them and to be used as a tool towards the learning and teaching.
Despite a free education policy for primary and secondary school students in Tanzania, availability of teachers and learning materials are still a challenge. So Edwards wants to introduce the app nationwide. As he sets his eyes on the upcoming global competitions, Edward hopes that it will bring him closer to what he believes is his life mission, that is helping students in rural Africa to enjoy e-learning just as much as those in cities and towns that have access to the internet. Stay with us, we'll be back after this short break.
This used to be me. But that was before I got the perfect bag. It's handy and easy to use. All I need in one compact space, just like my MTN Extra Value plan. I used to get one plan for my calls and then try to remember which data plan worked for me. Roaming was a totally different ballgame. Not anymore. I've got the MTN Extra Value all-in-one plan. If you're a data buff like me, you get extra data with some talk time. And if you like to make calls, you get extra talk time with some data. And when I'm abroad, I automatically browse, chat, and call right on the same plan. MTN Extra Value was made just for me.
More of data or calls, whichever one you prefer. MTN Extra Value is made just for you.
The U.S. says it will cut millions of dollars in military aid to Cameroon over allegations of gross human rights violations by the security forces. Last May, U.S. Ambassador to Cameroon Peter Henry Berlin accused the security forces of targeted killings, unlawful detentions, burning and looting villages. The U.S. says the Cameroonian government must investigate credible abuse allegations and hold the perpetrators accountable. And that's ANN News Brief. Thanks for watching. For details on these and other stories, visit our website, annafrica.net. Also join the conversation on Facebook, facebook.com/ANN Africa TV, Instagram and Twitter at ANN Africa TV. I'm Lucy Adeyemi.